Weeksy. Yo, we've got a guy I love watching play. Plays with some truculence, right? Little Brian Burke nod right there. Keegan Kolesar, the Vegas Golden Knights. Thanks for hopping on with us. How you doing, buddy?
I'm great. Thanks for having me today, guys.
No, it's always great on here. We just want to get to know the players a little bit, and kind of go from there. You played in the Dub, and I always talk, and sometimes we have players on here. Weeksy and I both played in the O. There's a certain degree of travel, but I've always learned nothing like the Dub, right? Like, what was travel like in Seattle? I find that honestly, if I'm with a team, and nowadays, and I'm looking even over the years, if you played in the Dub, I think you find a way to just show up every night and play. Like, it's different. You have to, right? Totally. The travel's nuts.
The travel is insane. Like I still have a group chat with all my buddies that I grew up with and played with in juniors, and we talk about all the time how we did it. Like, it was 5-hour bus ride to Spokane, leave that morning, stop in Ellensburg, get pregame, play the game, bus 5 hours back again, play the next day. Like, it was constant just travel. So I kind of just got used to it. And now at this stage, like in the NHL, it seems way easier.
Oh, I mean, totally that had to prepare you to play out west there in Vegas, because I played most of my career in the East, and when I played for a couple teams in the West, it was a little bit of a shell shock, but there was no. I mean, you're used to that, right?
Yeah, and we got it pretty easy here right now too. Like with LA, Arizona, San Jose being the closest, it's like an hour flight for us. It's not that bad. But when you get into those like 10-day road trips like we got coming up, that's where it can get a little grueling. And I think the Western League and me can pay off on that.
Hey, last one here. Sorry, Weeksy. What about Barzal? How was Barzal in Seattle? Was he sick or what? Come on.
Yeah, he was obviously a great player, but he was an idiot. Like, he just did everything on his own page. Like, if we had team tracksuits, he'd just wear whatever he wanted. And he was on his own time frame, his own page, and like, looking back now, just like, this guy's an idiot, but he's one of my best friends. And I can still call him an idiot.
It's all out of love, right?
Great.
I love that. Ethan Bear was also on that team too, right? You played with Ethan Bear as well?
Yeah, Barzy, one of my closest friends. We just had his wedding this last summer, so it was nice to see everyone. Bars was there, Barzy, Ryan Gropp, a couple other guys that we played with together that are playing overseas now. So it's nice to see everyone from our junior team. We all still try and keep in close contact because we were such a tight team, and we won it our last year, which makes it more special.
Well, speaking of winning it your last year, you did that in Vegas as well. So maybe you can take us through what it is to be a Vegas Golden Knight. Tell us some of the amazing things about it that, everyday fans and even other people in the business wouldn't know, but from experience and being there with the VGK.
Everyone just hears Vegas right at the start and they think, wow, like, you must go out all the time, partying, seeing all this, going to clubs, nice dinners. It's honestly the complete opposite for us. Like, we all live in the suburbs and we love our area that we live in Summerlin. Everything from this team has been first class. It's been phenomenal. From management to the staff, players, everyone takes such a good approach to being a big family here. It's why you see it's one of the most sought after places to play. I think everyone, when you come to free agency, I think everyone thinks, man, how can I get to Vegas? I've had people text me saying, hey, like, can you throw my number to Krim and see what he's got for me?
Tell them you'll take a little cut. If they're saying that, tell them you'll take a cut. Be a little agent, be a little broker, get a fee. Go ahead, though.
But it's just been such a special place for me, especially just being drafted by Columbus, getting to get my foot wet in my first preseason game there, and then coming here and really getting to get, in the league and start out my career. It's been awesome. It's such a tight-knit group we have here. And last year it made us even closer. And, I've made friendships that I'll have for the rest of my life. Guys like Jonathan Quick, Phil Kessel. I've played with some pretty important players and pretty big legends over my career here. And it's been cool to see, those guys come.
So I want to follow up with this, because I remember we were on the ice when you guys were hoisting the cup, and it was great because we're just grabbing players to hop on real quick. And that at that time, post cup or even media day, Stanley Cup Finals, the one thing that I kept resurfacing is Phil Kessel's name. Yeah. Right? Like, and here's the thing, and I just think it's really important for fans to know too, because we saw that he's in, the American League there of Vancouver, and it looks like they're going to try to figure something out here. And he didn't play in the playoffs. Like, he didn't play down the stretch for you guys. But every single player that I spoke to on media day went out of their way to mention Phil Kessel, to mention what he brings to that room and how great he is. Oh, he's hilarious. He's this. Oh, he's lighthearted. He's one of a kind. Jonathan Quick as well. Like, what did those guys? Can you let us in? Like, what did they do that just made that such a lasting impression on you guys?
Well, first you look at their track record, right? Like it's pretty phenomenal what they've accomplished in their careers in this league. And to see them not play and then have the positive attitude they had every day, it just speaks to their character level and how great of people they are. They came with a smile on every day, whether they were in or out, whether they're having a tough day, no matter what it was, they were positive. And it just goes to show like how much of a tight team we were and how close we wanted to be able to win. And, Phil, you know how it is for him in Toronto, right? Like people judged him all the time, said he was the problem, said he couldn't win. And like you said, he's a 3-cup winner now. So the other things he said, I probably can't repeat right now, but it makes you happy. It makes you happy for a guy like that people criticized him so long in his career early and, maybe not the tail end of it, but later on, he proved to them that, no, I am a winner. I can win.
I couldn't agree more because I remember being back home in Toronto at the time. I was living there at the time, and he took a lot of unnecessary heat and he proved a lot of people wrong. And he's got 3 cups in my hometown. They're still trying to wait for one since '67. So props to him. Here's the other thing I want to ask about, though. When you just talked about like Summerlin and living there and everything, what's the coolest part about playing in Vegas for you?
Oh, I mean, besides becoming a Stanley Cup champion, I'd say the city. The cool. City here has taken us in and become it's become home for me now. Like nice. I think a lot of guys maybe at the start of their career, they're trying to find their step and they're trying to figure out, what's my role here? What am I going to bring to the table here? Is this going to be a home for me? Am I, going through the motions here every year? But I truly feel like this is home for me now. And I've always said how much Winnipeg is God's country and how great of a city it is. But I've spent most of my time here since I first made it in the NHL. And I don't see myself living anywhere else.
Let me ask a quick follow-up, Rupper. This is kind of right up your alley, too. You've become a part, for the longest time, the Islanders have had the best fourth line, we'd say. Rupper?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
For the longest time, right?
Yeah.
Your line is, you guys have something to say about that. When you guys are healthy, you guys impact the game. You, in a lot of different ways, from speed to the forecheck to the, the physicality, the on-ice security, if you need that too. When did you guys embrace that as a line? Because you guys are cooking for that team.
Well, personally, I don't think the Islanders' fourth line is a fourth line. And, I think you guys would agree. Like, they play with such fire. They've played so well for so many years. And when you have that chemistry with guys, it makes it so much easier to play. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. And credit to Bruce, like from day one, he said, like, my fourth line can play against the top line. I want you guys to do a job, shut them down, do whatever it may be. And then that gives us a better matchup along the game for, guys like Jack, Stoney, Chandler Stevenson to go out there and get the job done from an offensive standpoint. And I think that's only made us better as a line and as players, that we can play against these top guys and it raises our game to the next level. And then come playoff time, we're not afraid to play against any line. We know what we have to do.
Hey, you know what? You're saying that, and honestly, I get a little goosebumps here because this is something, and it's hey, listen, I'm not going to name names. Not every coach thinks that way, though.
True.
Right? Like, and it's about empowering people in your lineup, and especially I feel like what we've gotten to in this league nowadays, and it's so talented, and so good on so many different levels, but it's empowering players on your roster that, hey, this is your job. This is the identity of what you do that is so important to the puzzle. And you as a player, like as players,
all day.
That's all we want. We want a piece of the pie.
Totally.
We want to know that we're invested. We're invested just as much as every single other player. And how has that coaching staff done that for you guys? Because I love it. Because you know what? There's no better feeling than, hey, the game maybe is not going your way. You get a little tap on the shoulder and they say like, Coley, go get us a shift here. You right? Like that feels great, doesn't it?
Yeah. Every player wants purpose in the lineup, whether it's, obviously everyone wants to be the Mathews, the goal scorers, all that stuff. But, certain guys have certain roles. And if you take pride in it and, you know, it's well received by everyone, then you feel like you have purpose and you feel like you're contributing to something. So am I going to be on the stat sheet every night? No, I know that. But, you know, I can be on the stat sheet for getting hits, getting blocks, you know, keeping the puck out of my net, doing all the little things that can help a team win.
I love that answer.
That's interesting stuff. You guys do some real cool team bonding stuff with your great owner there, Bill Foley. You know, what of that can you speak to that makes it unique to kind of really amplify your point about how well they treat you guys there?
Well, we got to see it firsthand this year because we went out to West Point, New York, and we got to see where Bill was uprooted, you know, what facility made him the man he is today. And you see the kids there, and we got to sit down with a lot of them, especially the hockey team, and just get to know them. And, you know, they still call him Mr. Foley there. And I almost feel like I'm disrespecting him, not calling him Mr. Foley. I call him Bill all the time. And that right there, you get a good general sense of his beliefs, and it correlates exactly to what we want to be here. And, you know, Bill's the most giving man I've probably ever met. For him to do the things that he's done for us, it's incredible. We go to Montana, out at his ranch out there, and we spent a couple of days there and get a nice little team bonding. And you know, you feel like you're just disconnected from the world. Like most of us just turn off our phones for 3 days, well, at least the ones without kids, and just relax and enjoy our time. And we were able to bring it out there with the cup at the end of the year, and that was really special too. We knew how bad Bill wanted it out there, and you know, for him to, you know, find a way to make us all go there and have time for us, it was pretty incredible.
Hey, you guys keep delivering for him. You
That's
call
right.
him Bill.
That's true.
We might let you call him Billy. You never know.
Exactly.
We'll never know.
I won't go that far.
No, don't go that far. I just messed. Mr. Foley, you're running a great ship there. Keep doing that stuff. Hey, Keegan, we're going to get to a part here. We're going to show you some pictures, video of your career. So let us know what's going through your mind at these junctures.
Oh, I think that was my first goal.
Sick.
Took me a long time. I remember everyone was like, "Are you ever gonna score?" I think I had like a grade A every game for about a month, and I was like, "Guys, I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna be an assist guy." But thankfully, it finally went in for me.
All right, but no fans though, right? This is the COVID times.
Yeah, the COVID times, special times.
So were you screaming? Were you absolutely like you got to hear your voice throughout this whole place, right?
They could probably hear him on the strip.
God, I might get that picture framed and have Wes sign it for me.
Yeah, Wesley's a good man.
How about Wes? How about Wes just letting you know, get right in your face? Bang! That's a goal.
Right.
You're good to go. That was Wes McCauley, wasn't it?
I kind of blacked out. I feel like almost every player kind of blacks out in certain moments in their career, and that was one of them for me. And I just woke up and like, oh, Wes is right in front of me. I guess I did score.
That's awesome, man.
Well, we got this next one. It's a hit you had on LeBron.
Oh!
And I couldn't, when I watched this, I was like, how did his body even do this?
Yeah, I don't know. I defied the laws of gravity on that one. Not the cleanest of hits, but
yeah, I did see a hand go up there.
I think I threw everyone for a loop on that one. I don't know what the ref. I don't even know what the ref called.
That might be from your football days right there. Maybe the Raiders might give you a little walkthrough. They'd be wise to.
Oh my. Yeah, I might have to get a little walk-on tryout.
Yeah,
that.
exactly. That's nuts. What a hit.
Pick.
That's unbelievable. That pick, the pick is sick, but the bid's wild too.
We got one here, a little stare down in Winnipeg. What's going on there?
Oh, back home. Oh.
So, credit to Jack for letting me get that nice little cookie there. It was funny. I climbed to the boards, and I actually saw a good buddy of mine that I grew up with. He was standing behind the guy with the frosted tips there, and I was staring at him. And then the guy stood up and had his arms out. I'm like, well, I'm not going to back down from this guy. He's got frosted tips. And Jack, after Jack, I told Jack, I was like, sorry I didn't celebrate with you. He goes, no, I love that. That was hilarious.
That's money.
You can actually see the guy in the white Augusta hat. That's him there, and his girlfriend's his fiance now is right beside him.
That's your boy? One of your buddies from there?
Yeah, Adam Jones.
Shout out to Adam Jones, too.
White Augusta hat there.
Oh, that's unreal.
I would have still trolling this guy saying the frosted tips.
I know, exactly.
You know what? We went and played there earlier this year, and he was still sitting there. I gave him a little nod.
No.
That's a season ticketer for sure.
Yeah, 100%. That's when you pull out the Stanley Cup ring even. You just flash the rag. Rupper style. Rupper's done that. He's got some stories on it. Anyway, go ahead, Rupper.
We got a hit here on
dang.
That was the big one.
I
remember when that happened.
That was a big one, boy.
Yeah, I don't think he knew that I was playing D. I think he saw White Cloud was down. He thought maybe we had a couple guys buried. Just like I said before, doing my part to toe the rope here and found a way to make an impactful moment in the game.
But the WWE stare down is what makes it though too. Giving him the stink eye after the hit too. That's amazing.
You know how it goes in the playoff series. There's no friends out there.
Of course.
Well, hey, you made a lot of friends in Vegas with this next one here when you guys got this done. What's going through your mind right there?
Another one of those moments where you just black out for sure on the ice. It was special. I remember looking at Carly. We were jumping up and down and just couldn't believe what just happened. And I got the cup from Phil too, which was like,
wow.
I asked him, like, what do I do with it? Just don't drop it, man. Just don't drop it. Just a couple of kisses on Marchie there. And it's such a magical moment. Even now, like, it's hard to find words. I keep muttering and stumbling here. And it's such a special moment that to have at any point in your career is amazing. Have it early, how how it is. And, for me at 26, I want to have a long career in this league. And that just gives me so many more opportunities to get back to this moment.
No, then you
well said.
Yeah, it's we were in that building. It's so that place was incredible. Just even the way the game went.
Oh yeah,
like just authority. Like this is happening tonight.
This is our stamp.
It was so impressive to watch. And then you have the parade. We got a picture here. Hey, you were
Wild Bill.
Yeah, you were Wild Bill's security guard here this day, or what? What's going on?
Yeah. Carl they put on Dancing Queen, so Carl.
Oh, he was in his element.
Yeah, he had to get on stage. He was on the speaker, so you can see the speakers wobbling there.
Yeah.
So I had to put my foot down and also like hold
stabilize a little bit.
He already fell down the stairs walking onto the stage. It's like if he falls off the stage, and this is a complete write-off of a day for him. So I didn't want his day to be ruined.
Amazing, just enough to chirp him for jokes, but stepping in when it matters.
I got his speech that he made.
Yeah, the speech was money. The speech.
Yeah, I put it on a shirt and I wear it at the rink now.
No.
Yeah.
He hates it
so much.
Oh. Yeah, that's.
He's never seen the video. Like he won't watch the video of his speech. He's like, I'm not gonna watch myself speak drunk. I'm like,
seriously?
Fair. So I'll put it on a T-shirt so you can read it every day.
No, that's savage. That's so savage.
Oh, so good. Last one for you here, but this is classic.
That's smaller.
Yeah, I thank Alec Martinez for this one. He was a part of the committee, and I thought they were awesome. I thought they were pretty funny, to be honest. The suits were a little tight, I'm not gonna lie, but all fun and games for us.
That's fire.
I love that.
That's top.
Hey.
Top of top right there.
Hey, before we let you go real quick, how cool was it to get this, up there in Seattle, back in the old stomping grounds?
Right?
That'd have been cool, Winter Classic, right?
It was awesome. Funny enough, I was actually able to spot my old Billet family in the stand, so I was waving at them. It's
cool,
awesome
man.
to see a city like that appreciate hockey more and more. I remember coming there and, we would get fans. We wouldn't get a lot of them. And over the years, as we got better and better and started to win more, you saw the growth of the game. And I knew right away when Seattle got a team that they were going to be pretty good from a fan-based aspect. And then to be on that field and to see how many people were there, it just blew my mind at how big it's grown there.
No.
Awesome.
It is quite the market. Both these two.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome new markets, I guess, that you could say in the NHL, and they're both incredible. So, all right, buddy, we appreciate you. Keep doing your thing. Love the way you play, and we'll continue to be watching and cheering you on.